Hey folks, welcome back to another Dice Tower preview. I'm Mark, and today we're taking a look at Heroes of Xhandar, which is brought to you by MyBrickZ. It's for 2 to 6 players, ages 10 and up, and games generally run about 30 to 45 minutes. 12 intrepid heroes fight to preserve the world of Xhandar. After a tremendous shock, the shards of knowledge have shattered and their pieces have scattered everywhere. To save Xhandar and preserve the knowledge of their clan, the heroes compete to collect the crystal pieces. In this trick-taking game, you will use your hero's unique abilities to collect the number of crystals needed to win before your fellow players. Duel your friends in different game modes, explore powerful synergies, and foil their plans before their eyes. Enter a world of strategy and competition, where every decision counts. This game is a complex dance of wits and strategy. Each player draws a hero card with a unique victory condition that must be met to win the game. The game begins with players being dealt cards, and each player takes turns placing cards in their trick zone in hopes of meeting their win condition. Points are scored by winning tricks and placing cards with diamonds into your stash zone. And the game is won by the player who first meets their hero card's victory condition with the largest surplus. The game also features action cards that can change the course of the game in an instant. Will you be able to outmaneuver your opponents and emerge victorious? The only way to find out is to take up the challenge. So this is one of those games that is super easy to learn, but there's lots of strategies to master, and mostly here we're going to be focusing on the primary game mode, which is 1 versus 1, and there are several others. You have a free-for-all, which is 3 to 6 players. You also have 2 teams, 2 versus 2, which you can do, and a hero mode where these tracks come into play, and you get to build brick figures as your miniatures in the game. Yes, brick figures, a ton of fun. I just had these 2 samples, but this was a really nice addition to something I enjoy with brick figures for sure, building them and implementing them into the game. Now, all the art in this game is just phenomenal, and every card is unique and different, which is just something I really liked about this game. Now, to start off, you're going to get a hero, but you're dealt 3 and you get to pick one and discard the others. Now, heroes are going to have special ability. On their flip, they're going to be placed face down to start the game. And once you flip them, you get to do this ability once. And then next, you have your main ability for this character. And then finally, at the bottom is what your personal win condition is. And as you can imagine, all the heroes' abilities are going to be unique and different, giving you some really nice replayability. Then you'll take the main deck of cards, shuffle it up, and deal 10 to each player. Every round of the game consists of 10 cards per player, so you're battling over 5 tricks because you'll be playing 2 cards each time. And whoever wins the trick will take it and so forth. So once you end with those 5 tricks, if no one has met the win condition, then you'll deal 10 new cards to each player. So that's really the basics of play. You just learned how to play. Now, the thing here is that obviously there's more to it because your heroes have abilities that get put into play, and you can flip them at any time and activate that flip ability. And some of the cards that you put into play will have their own unique abilities as well. Some of the cards are just high-numbered cards to help you win that trick, and they're really just kind of meant as the trump card, so to say. Since you're not following suit, it's really about the high numbers. And, you know, the mid-grade numbers, middle numbers, are mostly the ones that are going to have diamonds related to them, the thing you're mostly after. And the lower cards might just have some unique abilities. So they're definitely advantageous to play based on what cards you're putting together. And again, creating that combination, those combos that you're after through the course of the game to try to win the right number of tricks and win, really, the diamonds that you're after. Now, like I said, there's tons of different types of abilities on these cards, and again, all the cards are very unique. One of my favorites that I actually won big with was Chorus Champion. Now, Chorus Champion is great because I put it into play, and for every red card in my hand, I got a +3 to the total, obviously helping me win the trick, and I got a fair amount of diamonds for that. Now, what's great about winning tricks is that you're going to be putting them in this pocket zone below the main play area, and you're not really keeping all these cards. You're just showing what you won this round. And at the end of the round, you have to pick 2 cards. Obviously, you try to go for the diamonds that you want the most, and you're going to put those 2 cards in your stash zone. And in that stash zone, you're trying to accumulate the right number of points in order to win the game. So again, you'll be playing round after round until someone meets that win condition. So let's take a look at a couple of those. We have Azora the Seer, and here she can win if she collects 7 blue diamonds or a total of 14 of any type. So a lot of the different heroes will have various win conditions like this around that number. So you know kind of what everybody's hitting and what they're trying to get with their heroes, but some of them have a dual type of win on them as well. So it just depends on which hero and how you best accumulate those diamonds and who wins the game. It's really that simple. Now, let's talk about these rows in this hero mode. During the course of the game, when you have these in play, you have the chance to battle directly back and forth with each other by playing one card face down, and you'll duel your opponent. And you'll flip that card, and whoever has the highest value wins. And what happens with your brick miniatures is that you put them on the track and you start to move them up. And as they start to move up, they start to get additional abilities and bonuses. So for the Soul of the Forest, as he moves up, he'll start to get bonuses. You'll see here pluses to the cards that he puts in play. And then finally at the top of these tracks, you'll get a bonus in diamonds. So again, helping you win your win condition. And it really comes down to that, how many diamonds you collect, and you hope to be the champion that comes out on top. All right, folks, just a reminder once again, this has been a Dice Tower paid preview, and everything you've seen has been in prototype form, so keep a close eye on the campaign for any changes that still may occur. Now, again, with that said, I have to mention this artwork again because it really just is phenomenal, and the fact that every card in the game is unique and different, so many different abilities and different ways to put them together and make combos and so forth, just keeps the game fresh. And I like that the heroes, you can mix and change up how you're using those heroes, just a lot of different variations, again, in how you play. And I will probably always play with the hero mode because I like this aspect, moving up the tracks, having that instant duel back and forth as you still go and play the tricks. And now there's a ton of other different types of fun game modes to implement. Definitely check out the campaign page for that. And I have the huge nod for bricks. Bricks it's one of my favorite things. And they even gave me this amazing colored book on how to assemble them. So cool. So I'm assuming that there's gonna be bricks for all the different main heroes and so forth. But this just shows you just how much detail went into this game and how much artwork and time. Just really impressed with the fact that they were able to add these and make them part of the game. It was just a fun build indeed, and I do a lot of brick builds, so this was something unique for sure. But folks, ultimately, if it looks like something of interest to you, I'm sure they'd appreciate your support. So I think that's it for me, and until next time, we'll see you at the table.